But of course, like I told my daughter just yesterday, you have to have a husband first. I could have any grounds. I told my son, to have a wife. So that's the first step that I was taught. And that is why the reason why I think at a very, very, very early age, I walked down the aisle. Because I had a mom, because I took ill at the tender age of 10 years old, I was stricken with an illness that they thought, thank God I'm standing here, I wouldn't have been alive today. I spent 10 weeks hospitalized. Doctors couldn't diagnose what was wrong with me. All they can see every day that I was losing weight. And I didn't have any appetite. I was almost the size of this same roll that you see here. Could you imagine? At 10 years old, these were the size of my legs. Believe it or not.
Anorexia.
The 11th week, I was discharged from hospital because the doctors just couldn't diagnose my situation. So they said, she's bubbly, she's smiling, let her go home. And I'll never forget the words Dr. Lund said. If it's God will, she would live. Because we did every test possible during that many years ago. When I was discharged, I couldn't go to school because when the headmistress saw me, she said, oh, no, she has to have some sickness. She cannot come in this classroom. So I had to stay home. Well, you know, living in a wooden structure in Bain Town, Westfield Street, we had four room houses. And the house was jammed. During this time, particularly it was the summer when it happened to me, just before it was time for us to do our exams to know whether or not we were going to go to the next grade. The house was too hot. I spent all my time, all my skinny years, because that's how I got the word skinny. So when your friends call me skinny, that is why that stuck with me. I spent all those skinny years, 4 weeks after I was discharged, sitting under an almond tree. An almond tree shaped size of an umbrella. And right next to the almond tree was a pump. So I sat there and I loved reading. So all my books I had with me under the almond tree. When everyone left to go to school, my brother and the neighbors, I sat on the almond tree and I watched them with tears in my eyes. And I sat there till I could no longer see them. And I read my books. I looked up at the almond tree. So well, it's a fruit because I never went home. I never went across the street to go and get anything to eat. I ate those almonds. I learned now, I realized that, okay, my brother came one day, he said, you know, you could use a rock and hit this and mark over nuts inside. I said, oh, I just thought it was a pretty yellow skin on the outside. So I ate a lot of nuts. Green almond, yellow almond, I ate them. And of course, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I was back into PMH. Fingers yellow, eyes yellow, palm of your hands yellow. Well, they had a diagnosis then. A diagnosis for me, jaundice. So they assumed, oh, that was the problem with her, jaundice. But still I wasn't gaining any weight. And they treated me, gave me a good old folic acid, I remember that. And took my blood test and gave me, I even had blood transfusion at that tender age, jaundice. It didn't change. My eyes today, because you still see a little yellowish sometimes in my eyes, because I have to be careful of what I eat in terms of the color of the fruit or vegetable. It has to be right. So all I like to say, you know, I grew up, I gained a few pounds, and so I was able to go to school in September. Went through school, it's called Dr. Walker, but now it's called Woodcock Primary School. Went through school, went through high school, Had no problem until I was in grade 10. My mom worked at the clinic on Blue Hill Road, so we stayed there after school. So there's a monkey climber on the recreation ground. I had a very mischievous brother. He would climb there like a monkey. And so since I was skinny, I figured I could have done it faster than him. So I ran up there before we had a race. And he said, jump, Skinny, and I will catch you. Of course, he jumped away when I jumped. Today I have a mold in my head that no hair has grown because I fell on my head. Hospitalized again for months. Got all the hair cut, had surgery. They said, okay, she's going to be crazy. She is going to be crazy because now she has her hair. Discharged to the hospital, went to play dollhouse. Our house was on still stick, so we could play underneath. We played dollhouse. And we had curtains up and our little teapots and cups and whatever. And as I lift the curtain to come out, well, that rock fell right in that spot. Jesus Christ. I guess you're supposed to be a dead child. I can remember those words my mom said. Ambulance came, I was in the hospital again. When I graduated from high school, that was the most joyful time for my entire family. It was a crying session. Then I met the man of my life. Woo, she's getting married? She's still alive? That was the excitement. When I gave birth to my first child, I said, oh, okay, this is real. I cried all the way through giving birth. I said, God, you are awesome. Still was skinny now. I still only weighed 105 pounds. I weighed 105 pounds. But during that time, there was still something wrong with me medically. Because I was just not gaining the weight that they felt I should have gained. In fact, all I had, I guess, was baby weight. Because baby weight was 7 pounds. So they knew something had to be wrong medically. Then Dr. Joanne Lund, hematologist, he said, can I do some special tests on you after I gave birth? It was a big debate. What kind of tests you're talking about? He ran the test. My diagnosis was sickle cell anemia. It's not common, no trait in my mom, but my dad. And so that baffled them. Because they were like, but how come? But we found that it could go down as far as the 6th, 10th, 20th generation. So it may have been great-grandme or whoever, but I was diagnosed with that. Doctor said, that's it, one child, you cannot have another child. My husband said, you have to be kidding. I need a daughter. I have a son, I must have a daughter. He said, you want your son or you want your wife? Which one? Make a decision. Well, my job sent me off to New York to work for 2 years. He stayed home and he kept his son until I got settled because I wasn't sure how long I would be in New York. He came in New York like 10 months after I was there. Of course, that was loneliness, so when we found I was pregnant. Father, my doctor, he carried on bad. He said, you see, the illness that you have, you're taking a risk. He said, God is in charge. He's in control, so he knows all things. And I am grateful and thankful to say that I gave birth to my beautiful daughter, 7 pounds, 5 ounces. And we had a good family relationship because of the illnesses that is in my life. We tested our children to make sure to see if they had the disease. We say, if you're getting married to anyone, you must test them first to be sure you don't have it. Today, I am happy, proud to say I am active, enjoy this. I move up and down too much, full of life, full of energy. I enjoy meeting people. I enjoy sharing. I have a young girls club, I call it Standards for Girls. These girls are between the ages of 11 through 15. And I call this little girl my 3rd child that I didn't give birth to. I am so proud and bubbling over because this young lady is a proud, she received the merit scholarship from Ministry of Education, and she was just in the paper last week. But I just want to say, Miss Marilyn Johnson didn't grow up in any vehicle. My father and my mother, they both had bicycles, and that's how we got around. My brother was on the crossbar, and I was in the basket. And there we were cycling to church. Happy to cycle into church. When the rain come down, put the umbrella up. My brother put on the hats between him and his dad, with my mom. So I want to say, growing up in my lifetime was an excellent experience, even though I had my challenges. And I want to challenge you that, remember, there's nothing too hard or nothing that you cannot, anything your mind could conceive, you will achieve. And I just want to encourage you to continue to be resilient. Fight the good fight. And stay strong. Be strong. Mr. Chairman.